There's no question that our modern world is addicted to comfort. Would you call yourself a man of comfort or a man of discomfort?
Man of comfort.
Sometimes comfort.
Uh-huh.
I would say ideally.
No. Really? What do you actually?
Okay, yeah.
I think probably more of comfort, but I probably should be more of discomfort.
You're clearly happy people, but are you satisfied? Like, is this as good as it gets? We have a world that is so immersed in comfort as a default norm that your job is to get as comfortable as you can and then die. That's your whole purpose in life. We need a different way of life if we're going to thrive in this life. Men and Women of Discomfort was never Men and Women of Discomfort. It was really just two knuckleheads, me and my buddy Tim Kruger, doing goofy things together. After a while, I got into a conversation with another buddy. He was giving up his health in some radical ways. So on a lark, I say to the guy, dude, you need to become a man of discomfort. And he's like, what's a man of discomfort? He thought what he was signing up for was, let's optimize health, let's get back in shape, let's eat right. And that had nothing to do with what we were doing. The main thing we were doing was practicing raising our hands to do the uncomfortable thing. And what magically happens, and this is what we discovered, Tim and I at the YMCA, was we started picking the hard thing and our life got better. We looked like weirdos. What we experienced viscerally was we had a sense of being awake, and that was worth it. So I mentioned that Tim and I started this thing together, and Tim's not on camera with me today. When Tim got stomach cancer, and I got to witness Tim navigate his last year of life, he was more alive than I had ever seen him, even as his body was falling apart. I would go over to his house, I want to encourage him, and I'd get there and he'd encourage me. He said, I'm really glad I practiced voluntary discomfort before this happened. That's when the light came on. And that's when I realized this wasn't just a lark and a bunch of knuckleheads doing something. This was something we needed to write down and make sense of and invite more people to the party.
I was not growing as an individual prior to learning about MWOD, getting engaged in MWOD, and was just adrift at life.
I was 308 pounds when I started MWOD, and my discomfort was just in the way I looked and the way I felt, and I was out of shape. And the funny thing is I just didn't realize how much discomfort I had until I went through MWOD and lost a bunch of weight. It's hard, but it is so worth it.
It really is an operating system for your life. I don't miss on the things that matter most to me. And it helps me show up the way that I want to for the people that matter most in my life.
One of the reasons why we call MWOD an operating system and not just a program is because there are a lot of fantastic programs that exist out there. You know, there's a famous one called 75 Hard, and you do what they tell you for 75 days, you're gonna get in shape. The thing that everyone knows is what happens on day 76. And we knew from the very beginning we had to go further upstream. We had to pick something that was playing the long game and really put people in a position of strength for the long haul. It wasn't just how do we get people to reset or lose a little bit of weight. We wanted to teach people how to always make the hard choice to get the better life. So the way MWOD works is we just removed all of that. And we said, look, are you in or out? And if you're in, for the next 90 days, you don't have to worry about any of this decision. We will tell you exactly how much sleep you're gonna get, exactly how much water you're gonna drink, how much booze you're gonna drink, 0, how much sugar you're gonna eat, 0, what you're gonna eat. We have 5 things on our list: fruit, vegetables, meat, 1 cup of rice, 1 sweet potato. That's what you're gonna eat for the next 90 days. And it's gonna be so simple. If it's on the list, you get to have it. If not, you don't. We tell you what happens on Mondays, on Tuesdays, on Wednesdays, on Thursdays, on Fridays, on Saturdays, and on Sundays. And we do it for 90 days. Easy peasy. Well, simple, not easy. I'm gonna say a quote, and I just love to get your reaction to the quote. Hard choices, easy life. Easy choices, hard life.
If you go for the easy choices, you're gonna be in trouble because the life has a lots of challenge.
In the moment, if something's hard, it'll usually end up paying off and be more rewarding later.
Or taking the easy way out on anything is just only doing you a disservice.
I agree completely. I don't think there's such a thing as an easy choice, though.
Even
this bubble isn't a hard choice.
You two made the easy choice. Why did you not have the Balboa?
Tell the truth.
Look at me. Would you put a Balboa bar in this body?
She's saving up for a corn dog later.
It is amazing what people disqualify themselves from. They literally won't sign up for MWOD because they can't imagine life without coffee made in their creamer. They can't imagine life where they actually get up early, or they go to bed on time, or they don't lay in bed and read their phone at night. Getting in cold water, they're so terrified of it. And it's so striking because getting in cold water is only uncomfortable for about 10 or 15 seconds. And then all of a sudden, it's actually bliss. To have a great life, you need agency. You need to be able to pick the hard thing.
After the first month, something happened. It was like a light switch to realize that it was a mindset. This whole time was a mindset. I think my wife was looking at the window going, you're freaking crazy. It's 4 a.m. and you're out here doing this now. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna not do it. This is gonna happen.
This time last year, I was choosing whether or not I was gonna even join MWOD. So it's been a year of MWOD for me, and I'm never going back. Like, this is who I am now, and it's such a blessing to like see the goodness of like hard work and choosing to do hard things and like rooting for myself, you know what I mean? And having like crazy people around you.
I'm just a different person, and I cannot imagine life without this.
We have a large community, and then we make a little community inside those larger communities. You have real people who you're going to check in every 24 hours with, who are checking in with you, who you will not believe how close you get to over the course of this time. All of your best friends, soon enough, are going to be people who suffer voluntarily.
Like these are my people.
If you're trying to fit this into the category of some kind of Herculean lift or a 90-day challenge, it just won't fit. MWOD starts with 90 days, but it doesn't stop there. This is ongoing community. This is sustainable. You get to shape the experience to fit your life, not as a quick fix, but as a long-term pursuit of discomfort, discipline, and growth. This isn't a program, this is your life. And how you want to live this life is a series of micro decisions that you're making every single day. We're doing this with or without the folks who are listening. We just want to make sure they're invited to the party if they want to give it a try.